Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Benna Rider. Yes, today, as I said, we're here at again at Motos Eléctricas Ampere Bikes in Malaga at Avenida de Aurora 51, and they just moved from their old location, so this is the new place, so you have to check it out. They have a much nicer showroom now, and they also have the new Super Soco TC MAX here in stock. I will tell you a little bit about this later on. It's a new bike from Super Soco and I will test ride this today. This is the Super Soco TC MAX. We have a 5 kilowatt peak with peak power motor, and it should catapult me up to 90 to 100 kilometers an hour. So we'll see about that. So they charged it up for me, so it has a 100% charge. They say with mode number 3, which we should be using because it's not the fastest one, we can go 70 kilometers. Is it kilometers? Yes. Okay. And you know, one trick I can tell you, maybe not many people know this. Behind the display there's another knob here, a little button, and you can switch it to the outside temperature, if you can see. And if you press it longer, I think you can set it to miles per hour and stuff like that. So it weighs about 100 kilos. 100 kilos, and that's including the battery. Battery weighs about 22 kilos, which is in here. Okay, I have to be careful with the throttle. Recording, yes. So that's my first time on the TC, or Super Soco TC. Let's go to the beach, but first we will go through the city, and then we'll go take the autovia for a little stretch, maybe 10 kilometers, to see if it's any safe to go on this thing. I can flat foot this thing, so that's very good for also smaller people. I'm 175, weigh about 80 kilos. Yep, there's enough torque there, I can feel it already. So, blinker is there. So hopefully when we continue straight we go to the waterfront. I'm not really sure, because they moved their shop. I am not sure where I am here. There's a train station there, I know. So, whoa. You shouldn't close your visor and then pull on the throttle, then you get jerked around. Has a very high torque. The torque is 150 Newton meter. So shall we consider this a mini Zero? Well, I don't know, but it's definitely a low budget, Zero. That's definitely what it is. Don't worry, people, my brakes are still good. So yeah, once again, we're sitting on a Super Soco TC MAX out here in Spain. Pretty new, actually. It has a 5 kilowatt motor with peak power, 150 Newton meter, and a range of about, well, of course, you know, all tested in labs with apes, but probably a real life range of about maybe 80 kilometers actually in sport mode. Sport mode I would consider the number 3, you know, which is the fastest. So let's try to go 50 here. And yeah, so the first impression while sitting on this machine here from Super Soco, you have to get used to the blinker switch. It doesn't automatically change back into the middle. I mean, not automatically, but when you press in the middle, I think. No, it does not. You have to move it back. And that's what I don't like. I like, you know, these blinker switches, turn signal switches, where you actually just push and then they get put back, you know. So, okay, but that's just a minor thing. So let's concentrate on the engine, power for the city. And what else should we concentrate on? Well, actually everything, because it's a test ride, right? So let's see. On the display we basically have everything that you desire. We have the speed as a manual tachometer. Oh man, what are they doing? So, by the way, this beautiful playa from Malaga here. We go 50 now, yeah. So on the display we have the on top is the gear. So we have 1, 2, 3. We can switch it here. You know, 1 is the slowest, so yeah, I don't know, you go maybe up to 10, 15. Maybe we can try it out later, but I don't think that's very important, because I guess everybody will just set it in 3, and then you have the full power of like almost a 125 cc comparable scooter or motorcycle, for that matter. Underneath we have the estimated range, so that went down a little bit already. Actually, we can try out maybe on this road here when we set it onto number 2. And we can hear the belt drive, you know, because the motor is not in the hub anymore. You have a belt drive, so you will hear the belt drive, which is like a little bit of whining and stuff. And so what else do we have? We have now number 2 here. We still go up for the city. It's still enough, number 2. Yep, so number 2 is still enough for the city. Underneath, as you can see, the range increased now. We have 85 kilometer range with number 2. So if you're constantly going, actually I leave it on for now, because we don't need more power. And the power is there. It's just, I think it's regulated that you don't go up a certain speed, you know. I don't know what the speed is now, because at 50, 60 everything is fine. So we leave it on for that matter here. And so in the city, I'd say definitely you can leave it on number 2. Okay, so what else do we have? We have 179 kilometers. That's the maximum. No, not that's the maximum. That's the that's the odometer. So the total mileage, kilometerage that you've ridden already. Yeah, she's texting too, as usual. We have 94% left. I don't know what this little thing is there in the display. You can also connect an app to this, which I haven't done, of course, because I'm just test riding it. And I think there's the battery bar as well. I'm not sure, but I think so. So here we have the lights, horn, as with any other two-wheeled vehicle. Yeah, number 2, definitely fine for the city. And you know, the acceleration and everything is there in number 2, so you know, it's not like that it's cut off or something. You have the full acceleration, I think. That's what I feel. So I feel very confident that we can actually go back and forth. You know, I have planned my little trip test track here, which is about 20, maybe 25 kilometers one way. So maybe 10-12 kilometers through the city and about 10 kilometers on the highway, on the autovia. And so I'm very confident that we can make it back to the dealer. The brakes are very, very firm. It has this central braking system, I think it's called CBS. It does not have ABS, but this kind of distributes the power from the rear and front wheel. Not the power, the braking power. This distributes the braking power, so they're very strong and firm, these brakes. They feel very good. Let's put it on number 1. Maybe we can even use number 1 in the city. Jesus. We can even use number 1 in the city. This is crazy. I thought they were like, you know, one goes to 15 kilometers, the other one goes to this one, you know. But this is... well, maybe it kind of cuts off, I'm not sure. Let's go 40 here. So we leave it on 40 now. Not on 40, we leave it on number 1 now. That's even better. You can use it in the city. So you can use actually number 1 in the city. This is just crazy. So I would really be interested therefore to make a range test if I actually get 130 kilometers, you know. Yeah, acceleration is still there. I mean, that's really cool. So I would really be interested what the real difference is between these modes, you know, number 1 and 2 and 3. All of them seem definitely fine for the city. And if you could go the whole way 40, you probably get to 200 kilometers. No, just kidding. As it said, it probably will be 130. Maybe the trip computer is correct, I don't know. The little onboard computer. Wow, this is, I didn't really expect that, you know. I expected, as I said, mode 1 goes to 10, 15, number 2 goes to this and that, and you can only use number 3 in the city. No, that's not true. You can use number 1, and if you save so much gas, no, that's not gas, electricity, then it's really good, you know. So maybe we should overtake them. So far it feels very sturdy. Everything feels very sturdy. I mean, it is very light. It only, as I said, it only weighs I think 101 kilos or so, including the battery. So it is very light. So it might be, let's see what it's like on the autovia. I would be interested, because when it's very light, you know, sometimes it's not very stable. But so far here in the city it leaves a very good impression. We have good brakes, we have a good display, and the seating position actually with the foot pegs, for me, as I said, I'm 175. It's actually okay. It's quite good. I don't think if you really should be that much taller on this one, but 175, you have flat foot the ground. So yeah, so far really good, leaves a good impression. So these bicyclists, they almost wanted to overtake me. So let's see, we're going to a stretch of 80 here I think pretty soon. Let's see if we can go in mode number 1 to 80. I'll be really interested to see. So where's the 80 sign? I didn't see it. I don't see any 80s. Aha, okay, I can feel it already. So in mode number 1 it goes up, according to the speedometer, up to 60. Okay, so let's switch it to number 2. No, that's number 3. No, there. Okay, I turned it off actually by mistake. That's not very good. Okay, so now mode number 2. Yeah, mode number 2 apparently goes to 80. Yeah, mode number 2 goes to 80, goes up to 80. We're now going on to the autovia, I think. No, not here, I think. But pretty soon we'll go up to the autovia. Yeah, this goes exactly up to 80, so that's kind of a good, you know, you cannot go any faster. No speeding tickets when there's 80. Okay, according to the speedometer, 85. Actually almost goes up to 90 with the number 1. So that would be sufficient for this road. Yeah, okay, so that's good to know. Number 1, 60, number 2, 80, 85. So I don't think there's much difference to number 3 then. So autovia is coming up shortly. Autovia coming up shortly. Let's continue here. There we go. Let's switch it to number 3. So I don't have full throttle yet. Oh, it's still 80 here, okay. Sorry about that, people. Now with the sun, you should be able to see everything perfectly. Well, it's still at 80, okay. Still at 80. Speed restrictions in effect. 60 now? Great. Where do we have to go? We have to go to the right. So you have to be a little bit careful with the mode switch here, because when you actually by mistake press the red button, the ignition, then you turn it off, which that's what just happened, you know, a few kilometers back, and then you think, oh, what's going on? So maybe that's not perfectly located. So let's go on the autovia. I don't know if we can go any faster than 80 here, because it's, you know, it's very hilly. And what speed restrictions they have here on this stretch. But apparently it should go up to 90, which we did already here, or 90, 100 in mode number 3. So let's see. We have to exit number 258, so just let me know when the exit comes. So we're at 90 now. Everything is fine, everything seems to be stable. And we're still only allowed to go 80, okay. Four more exits and then we exit. So how does it feel at 90? Yeah, fairly stable. Fairly stable. Of course, as I said, you know, it's very hard to determine this now, because it only weighs 100 kilos. Even my scooter is heavier than this thing. So of course, if you want to do a short stretch on the highway, freeway, autovia here, autobahn, you can do that, but I guess really it's not for longer stretches. But in the city it's just, it is perfect. It is absolutely perfect. At the moment, yeah, I feel very safe. Let's climb the little hill here. So okay, let's exit here and we'll go to the beach, take some pictures there maybe. We are in mode number 3, which can go up to, I don't know, 90, 100. So we have to go straight. We have to go straight. Yeah, so far it looks, leaves a very good impression. On the autovia it feels safe. And in the city it is very, very sporty. So that's really a very, very nice electric bike for the city, for the urban environment, and actually for outside. If you want to take a short trip outside of the city, you can do this with this thing, definitely, no problem. Okay, I hope there's no, let's see, I have full throttle now. Okay, there's a curve, maybe I shouldn't do this. It's still pulling, So I think they restricted this motor as well. There we go. Okay, going downhill we can go all the way up to 100 definitely. Yeah, this turn signal switch I don't like. Okay, so how do we turn it off? I just put down the side stand and I guess, yeah, you have the parking light already on. So this is the Super Soco TC MAX. There's no hub motor, the motor is there, so you have a belt drive. You have these spokes wheels, which is not my favorite, but unfortunately here in this part of Europe only the spoked wheels are which you can get. And I will show you a little bit around here. So what we have a key. So it's all with this key. You just need to keep it in your pocket. To open it up or to turn it on, you have to press the right key here, the open lock. And let's do this. And this should be on now, I think, if you push power. Okay. Then it all starts up. This is the display. I already explained that, what's in the display. We have with mode number 3 still 49 kilometers left. So, to your left here, as usual with any other bike basically, you have the high and low beam switch here. You have the turn signal. You have the horn. What else do we have on the right hand side? We have the mode switch, 1, 2, 3. We have the ignition switch. And what is this? It's a switch without anything. Okay. So, what else do we have? We have an under-seat compartment storage. You have to insert the key here. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, not under-seat, but the tank compartment. Sorry, I don't know if you can actually open up the seat here. So you have the tank compartment. You can put something in here, maybe your cell phone or something. And if you lift this off, there's the battery. It's a 42 ampere hours, 75 volts, I think, battery. It will charge. It depends, of course, but you know, it can charge from 5 to 6, 7 hours full. From 0 to full. You can take it out and charge it at home, so that's very good. I think you can only also charge it in the bike itself. There's another plug there. Yeah, you can also lock the battery so nobody steals it. Okay, so it has an alarm, So if I turn this off now, I turn it off with the power switch, and I think, oh, I have to take off the key here, and after a while you want to move the bike, it will lock the rear brake, the rear tire, and it will make a noise. The front is very cool looking actually. It's a very cool looking front. As I said, the spoked wheels are standard and you cannot change them here in Spain, and I think there's also only one color, only this color, no other colors available. Yes, I just wanted to give you my final verdict here, because we just came back, you know, for the German video now, and I just wanted to give you my impressions, my final thoughts. I would highly recommend this Super Soco TC MAX. It's very agile, versatile, speedy little cannon, especially for the city, of course. It's very, very nice. It's a good looking bike, and yeah, I would highly recommend it to anyone who has like 4,500 euro in the bank account. And yeah, this is my verdict. This is I feel very positive about this bike. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. This has been a ride out. Take care, bye bye.